5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey,
Play it.
welcome to Binding of Isaac Repentance. Let's go ahead and get this baby rolling. I'm Isaiah,
And I'm Isaac.
and this is your binding.
This is the bondage of Isaac. Who are we playing as today? What do we have a goal? Do we have goals yet? I guess I'll go Samson. Samson's a
Oh,
fun
yeah,
one.
I forgot we unlocked Samson.
Yeah, it's one of our few
Then
accomplishments.
I'll go ahead and run up some mag in. Here, I'm gonna go in here because I have a yummy little heart.
Oh.
Run away! No,
Oh gosh, dang it. Okay, well we're starting off
not strong.
not strong, but
That's,
you know what? Sometimes you got to start off not strong in order for improvement, right?
yeah, that's just like us in this entire series.
Yeah. Look at us. Oh, don't look at us. Don't look at us. Click off the video
And click onto another one of our videos.
and then dislike it.
No.
Oh.
I always hate this layout for this boss fight.
One.
Because when he drops anything good, you can't get it.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
if
it's
he
always
drops-
like a pedestal item.
I was going to say, it's always the HP up.
Yep.
And then you just have to be like, well, hope I get a guillotine hangman card.
Wish I was Azazel.
So
Man.
we went and saw a movie just a couple days ago for us.
Retaliators.
Yes, the Retaliators. Many of you probably have never heard of it because it's kind of like a smaller.
It felt like an indie film.
I think it was
Yeah.
like an indie film because it wasn't like made by like a production company or anything. Lemon Mishap. Lemon Mishap.
Oh. Whoa. Gosh. I'm gonna die.
So it's a smaller kind of indie film. It features a lot of different like metal / like rock groups within
Ice
it.
9.
Yeah, Ice Nine Kills,
Five
From Ashes
Finger.
to New, Five Finger Death Punch, probably a few others. The theme song for it,
No.
his chest. And it's kind of a weird thing because like I don't fully understand why it's like those bands were all like a part of it.
That seemed like the whole gimmick of it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know, it was somewhat random, but like, you know, whatever, it wasn't like crazy. But yeah, so it's just this film about a man, a priest named Bishop, which I thought was kind of funny,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
whose daughter, this is all in the
Hold on, wait.
trailer.
We're gonna need to throw up a new title screen. Hey everybody, welcome to Hey Watch It.
Whoa! The podcast that may never happen.
But we're giving you a taste of what it would be.
Yeah. So it's about a pastor named Bishop who has a daughter who gets killed by a psycho crazy man who's a bad guy.
The bad.
And he's like, he's not one of those, you're a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy. He's just a bad guy, kind of bad guy. And he kills her, and so then this priest ends up like wanting to get revenge, and a detective offers him a chance to get that kind of revenge on the dude because he catches him.
What in the movie, like current time, he wasn't a detective, right? Like it hints, like it doesn't hint towards that at all, but that's just like what it gives me. Because there's never any other cops with him. He's just like, he doesn't seem like a detective.
Well, I think he's like a private detective who also
Maybe.
just does some sketchy stuff. I'm gonna have to throw up a spoiler warning here because we want to actually talk about this movie, and so I want to like get into everything. That was a crappy room. He's this detective and or former detective. All right, we can't get hit again. Can you? Let's actually get that devil deal.
I'm gonna get hit in this room.
Oh.
Die, stop.
And so he finds this priest and he says, "Hey, I got what you want."
Hey, play it.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, play it, Lemon Mishap," when he comes to me. God, I hate everything. And he says, "I can give you 1 minute alone with the man who killed your daughter."
And while this whole thing is happening, you kind of learn that this bad guy was part of some drug cartel thing. Not cartel, but gangs.
Yeah, he was like in a drug gang. The guy who killed the daughter
Yeah.
Who was like in some gang doing some stuff.
That plot line was really useless. Oh, we could have gotten both of those. But...
Oh, man, I forgot. I'm sorry. You can take the soul heart.
But yeah, that whole plot line was really pointless, I feel.
Yeah, it was. So, okay, this is very scatterbrained because we haven't talked about this movie at all.
This movie was very scatterbrained.
Yeah, so this bad dude, we'll call him Baldy because he was incredibly bald and had like literally no hair on his body.
Andrew Tate looking ass.
I don't know if that was like a personal choice or if that's just like a disease or something he has. The bald dude is part of like this gang, and so he's doing some shady business when you first see him. Whoa.
God.
Okay. He's doing some shady business, and then he kills the girl, and then he gets taken by this detective. He gets taken by this detective, and so then, because he took a bunch of these drugs, let's do it. A bunch of these drugs and money, one of us can roll. I have the more options, so I don't want to reroll.
I'll take that risk.
It rerolled both of us. Oh. Nothing matters.
I got this guy.
Whoa, hey, you can get
like
anywhere now.
Yeah.
Oh, you also have rainbow gears? What's up with it? You got like a bunch of cool stuff. I got a 2 speed up and a...
I also got a damage up.
So then he kills the girl, and then his brother is tasked, Bald Man's brother, aka Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch, is tasked with like tracking him down and bringing him back. And it's just super weird because like there's like probably 30 minutes worth of shots that is it's literally just the band, Five Finger Death Punch, like the entire band, just kind of walking around, like they
just doing stuff.
Yeah, like just some intense music plays behind them.
The second the movie started, I leaned over to Paulina, and I told her this whole movie is gonna feel like a long music video. Because unlike most movies, when they play a soundtrack, it's like in the background. This put the soundtrack like in the front.
Yeah, because it was like a lot of the music from the bands that were featured in it, and like I like the music. Like,
it was good.
And like I like Ramash's new Five Finger Death Punch does some good stuff. But yeah, it was very like focused on the music, which is why again it felt weird. Like all these bands were featured in it, and like it seemed like such an important part, but they weren't at all.
Yeah, they were just characters in a movie.
Yeah, and like they literally could have gotten anybody to play these characters, but instead they just had Five Finger Death Punch roaming around, like beating people up sometimes.
After that movie, this is kind of a side thought I had.
Got this.
After that movie, I had this side thought where I wondered, did Spencer from Ice 9, he was in the movie for like 0.2, god damn it, for 0.2 seconds.
Where did that enemy just spawn from?
What the?
What does this do? What's happening?
So what are you doing over here?
I don't know. I just used my item. I couldn't remember what it was.
Well, I guess that's how we get more items. It's probably that thing where you can, like, if you drop something cool, you can restart the room and get the same thing. But
is that what it is?
We have 20 coins.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, you have rainbow gears, right? This might be a cursed run.
Yeah, this run sucks.
Anyway.
I wondered if Spencer met the dude. Because you know how, what's his name? Ivan
Moody?
Yeah, Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch.
Did you just call him Ivan Moody? Ivan Moody from the movie.
I wondered if
teleport away if he's going to hit you.
I forgot I could do that. I wonder if they actually met each other, because in the scenes that they're together, it doesn't show them in the same shot. It does some weird close-up face shots.
I actually thought about that too, because like Five Finger Death Punch rolls up into this like other gang's territory, and they're like, "Hey, we're looking for this tracker on this guy."
On my brother.
And then they find Spencer Charnas from Ice 9 Kills, and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like,
I'm
sure.
just Mr. Horwood.
And then they start like beating him up, and then they find this tracker. But yeah, every time they cut between like Ivan and Spencer while he's beating him up, and it only shows like their face.
Like one of them really close. And so the whole time watching that scene, I was like, I wonder if they ever actually met each other. It was just a really weird scene that was shot, and the whole time I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, but then they end up killing Spencer's character, and they suffocate him with a bag of coke, actually, which I thought was kind of neat. And then like the girl he's with, Spencer, she like starts freaking out because they spill a bunch of coke all over the ground, and so she's like, "Oh my god, I need that!" And she's like trying to laughing. Get it all in, and she starts going like maniacal on his ass while Spencer's just like dead.
That's one thing. That show did have some pretty good kills.
Yeah, it was very like, oh man, we should pick that up. It was very like an homage to. We can re-roll everything again. Oh, that one was just me. So the D1 room. Also, I got like some much better items, so that was very good. So the D1 room just rerolls one of us. D6 rerolls everything, which makes sense because that's what it said it does. It was very like an homage to horror. You could tell like the director must have been a horror fan.
Yeah, maybe that's why it had the. Oh, sorry, that's why I had all the bands, because he originally just wanted Ice 9, but then he was like, "Wait, if I can get other bands on this."
Maybe. It does seem very specific, though, to be like, I want Ice 9 kills in my movie.
When we left the movie, I was waiting for Paulina to get out of the bathroom, because we went with our significant others.
Yes.
And I was waiting for her to get out of the bathroom, and the one group of people that was there with us, the movie theater was empty. It was us and a group behind us.
Yeah, it was like maybe like 7 people total.
Yeah. And when they came out of there, they were like, I didn't even know it was supposed to be a horror movie. I just saw it had Ice 9 and these bands. And then I was just like, huh. Like, the marketing on that movie was not the best. That's why no one heard it.
But yeah, because again, it was like a weird, like, indie movie. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that came out of fucking left field.
I still didn't learn the Devil Deal chance, though. Ew.
Is that just one that freezes?
Yeah, or it causes fear or something. But yeah, because like it just didn't have that much marketing or anything for it, so like people wouldn't have heard about it. There's no way people really would have heard about it unless you specifically followed those bands that were in it. But yeah, like so the movie starts, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this is kind of weird because there's a weird opening that's kind of like a mystery, and you find out later like what's actually going on. And so I'm like, what the heck is, like, this is, like, a monster movie?
They're not zombies.
Yeah. And it was just kind of strange. And then it keeps going, and the acting is, like, it's alright.
It's like a music video acting. Like, it's...
Yeah, where it's like, okay, it's kind of believable, but it's just weird. Like, you're obviously not professional actors.
Yeah, it's like when they get, like people that don't do it's what you said works. I don't know why I'm trying to make
people that don't do acting
like when they try to get like other stars into acting, but like it's their first time, then it's just weird.
Yeah. And so they kind of get going, and I'm like, okay, this is all right. We're getting the characters developed, stuff's going on, and then
it had good pacing. I think it wasn't over the top.
Yeah. It did some things pretty good, but then, like, just overall, it was just weird. Like, I don't want to say it was good or bad. It was just weird. And so we're watching it, and I'm like, it's not too bad, I guess. Like, I get what's going on now. Who's this guy? Oh, okay, it's the bad guy. And then, after the daughter dies, like, this priest, who previously couldn't even stand up to a dude who stole their Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. That's a big point.
He's like, I'm so mad at everything in the world because my daughter's dead, and like he very quickly just like flips a 180 on being religious. It seems like he's like, no, revenge is everything. I don't give a crap about the Bible.
To jump cut real what? So should we go take it and just hope that we can get 2 more? But to skip ahead, at the end he ends up getting out of everything, and then he's just like, fucking fly. It's gonna stop the recording. And then he just ends up saying stuff, and he's just like, God put me through hell. And it's just weird how, like, at the beginning, he's like, God says don't harm people, or don't do any of this. Yeah. And then in the end, he's like, God put me through hell to where I had to harm people. And it's just weird how people can flip anything to be a religious thing.
Holy shit.
I thought you knew.
No.
Oh. Yeah, watch out, there's hands. But anyway, yeah, so he flips to become like this I want revenge kind of guy. And then this detective guy, we're going back to him. He comes in and he's like, I can give you what you want. And it creates this weird thing where the guy's like, yeah, I want that. But then he gets to this weird ass bunker in the middle of the woods
that the detective had like made.
Yeah,
or he inherited, but then he made a like secret area in it.
Yeah, that was a really big cop out. They were just like, my dad left me this. It's like, oh, okay. They go there and then he sees what the detective means, the rabbi dude, the priest guy. And he's like, wait, I don't actually want to do this. And then he's like, the detective guy, I wish I knew their names. The detective guy is like, no, now that you've seen this, you're either a part of it or I'm gonna have to take you captive because you can't be snitching on me, you little bitch.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense. Like, I don't know what priest dude expected. If he was just like, nah, actually, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
Also, I don't know, what the detective guy expected. Like, without explaining anything, he's just kind of like, I'm just gonna let you in on this, and you have to accept it. Otherwise, I'll kill you.
Yeah. But he says no, and so then he's like, well, too bad you're stuck here. And then he shows him his, like, secret stash, if you will. And it's just this cage full of people who are all, like, decrepit, gross, and crazy looking. And you find out that this detective has been capturing criminals who, like, got out of, like, prison early or, like...
didn't get
caught, yeah. He's been catching criminals. And we're almost dead.
We can get a lot of soul hearts in this room, potentially.
No, we're not making any.
Watch this.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa!
There you go.
Alright.
You can go. Well, I guess we'll be people. And so he has all these people captured, and he's like the priest dude's like, oh my god, like, what's happening in this place? What the hell? I didn't think it was going to go forward like that. And then, all of a sudden...
We didn't get the treasure room.
Oh my god, we didn't?
No.
And then, all of a sudden, Five Finger Death Punch rolls up after they've been walking around for
15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, like, again, just walking around, talking to people. They show up at this area, and they, like, break in, and then...
Even when they broke in, it didn't have any effect on what would have happened. Because the detective guy leaves the room, and the priest guy is tied up, but he ends up like breaking out, and he gets the keys, and he unlocks the cage to all these crazy people who act like zombies, basically. Because at this point, they put...
if you're put in a cage for a long time and tortured, you just literally turn into a zombie.
Yeah, for some reason.
You didn't know.
What the? I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
But also bald bad.
Is much better than your
bad bald guy. The bad bald guy gets thrown into the cage at this point. He's in there as well, so keep that in mind.
Ivan Moody's brother.
Yeah, bad bald guy. And that's why Ivan Moody is there, because his brother is there.
Are you confused?
Hopefully, because we're explaining this like a couple of dipsticks.
Well, yeah, and to be fair, that's kind of just how the movie goes.
Yeah, the movie has a lot of plot lines. It deals with like... And then there's one point where it goes back in time to explain why the detective does everything. And it's just like a weird little... Like, it does a flashback in a flashback scene. So yeah, there is a flashback in a flashback scene, which is even more confusing.
Yes, and it's literally like the longest. It literally came straight at me. Okay, and don't get it, please.
We're about to get fucked.
Yeah.
Use
your card.
Let me use my card. Oh.
Could have used that from the very beginning.
Bruh. Okay, well, we haven't finished explaining this movie. Are we running it up, or how long's the video?
You know what? We're gonna call that for the video. But we're gonna make people watch another video if they want to hear the rest of this story about this movie that they're never gonna see.
Alright. Well, yeah, go watch a fucking Spelunky or Portal video that we finished this on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find it. Motherfuckers.
That's such a dick, man. The lore will grow.
Thank you for watching. We're going to try to get better at ending these. Like, subscribe. Please watch our other videos. We need all the help we can get right now.
Comment, share if you want.
Do everything.
If you want.
Maybe go see the Retaliators film. Or maybe not. Find out in another episode of something.
Dude, I had to pee halfway through that movie. and it was bad because I was like, I don't know if this movie's ever going to come out in streaming services or anything, so I
you
didn't
can't
want to miss
anything.
But yeah, that's what you guys should be thinking about these videos.
Go ahead and click on one of the videos that's coming up on the screen right now. Watch that, please.
Do the left one.
I think they're top and bottom.
Top one. See ya.